Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures. D-Day, 0800 hours, turn 16. This has been a great battle. For the details on objectives, where the platoons are positioned for both Germans and U.S. forces, casualties, and any other important details, who's on ambush starting out for this 0800 hours. You'll have to go back and watch the previous video, the introduction for this turn. But the 6th Fallschirmjäger, they hold Carentan, both bridges leading into Carentan, the river lock, which is open for the whole battle, and it's flooding the 4 green fields. Infantry advance, no run, no vehicles at all. Brown fields, everything's regular. Hedgerows block line of sight. If you're in the hedgerow, once you get within 4 inches of you spot another enemy soldier in the hedgerow. If a infantry or vehicle approaches a hedgerow and there's a hidden unit in the hedgerow, if they're within 4 inches, they'll spot that hidden soldier. 6th Fallschirmjäger pushed half of first section and half of second section forward to back up the 1058 Grenadiers, who have taken pretty heavy losses. Again, for the details, you got to go back and watch the previous video. First dice is going to be German, but there is an artillery strike that needs to be addressed first. It was called in by the forward observers from the 6th Fallschirmjäger, and the position of the artillery strike is right here. It's a spot rather than a unit. It was called in on hedgerow where all the soldiers are hidden. Speaking of that, all soldiers in the hedgerows are hidden, except for the 6th Fallschirmjäger soldier here from 2nd Section, the assistant leader, Sergeant Hauser, and the 1st Squad soldier from the 506th, and 2nd Squad assistant leader, Sergeant Adam, and the 1st Bazooka team, I think, is within 4 inches of the 6th Fallschirmjäger soldier, but everybody else is hidden on this side. Haven't measured this, but we will find out if that's within 4 inches soon. And then the 2nd Squad LMG team here from the 506, they are not hidden. First Lieutenant Eulander took a shot at him last turn and missed. And over on the right flank for the 506 and left flank for the 1058 and 6th Fallschirmjäger, everyone's hidden right now. Yeah. Okay, and over on Omaha Beach battlefield, 916th Grenadiers, 1st and 2nd Platoon, still defending. They've taken some losses, but they are still pretty strong. In the distance, the bunker has a Pac 40, and this bunker has an 88. The Rangers, 1st Platoon, 1st Squad on the far right flank, 2nd Squad, then the Flame Tank, and then it's 2nd Platoon of 2nd Rangers, Company C, and the 1st Squad, all painted up, 2nd Squad, and some of heavy weapons from the Rangers. And then in front of them is the 1st Squad of the 116th Infantry from Company A, and then some heavy weapons. Platoon Sergeant here from the 116th. 2nd Squad starts around this area, and then 3rd Squad platoon leader for the 116th behind Company Commander's tank for the 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A. We've had one tank knocked out here from 2nd Platoon, and 2nd Platoon leader here is immobilized and he's got a heavy mortar from the 916th hitting him on a 2 this turn. So the dozer tank here, the M4 with the dozer, he's pushing forward, moving the obstacles so that the flamethrower tank can follow up and hopefully knock out this Pack 40. Hang a left. Bulldozer tank moves these obstacles. Crocodile follows up, knocks out the 88. And the U.S. forces move quickly that way. They're trying to get up the road, kill all the Germans, of course, and then move up the road. And as they do so, the armor will enter over here near in the hedgerows on either road. And they need to get here to reinforce the 506th. The 506th are trying to get over here to take the river lock and also to destroy these bridges before turn 24 when the German armor, which I gave a sneak peek at last video, arrives. Now, let's address that artillery strike. So let's see. Let's roll and find out if it's coming in. This is a big roll right here. If the 6 Fallschirmjägers artillery barrage lands here, the first squad has an LMG team here. We've got first squad assistant leader, which would be Sergeant Steven. We've got 1 soldier from the 2nd MMG still surviving here. I already mentioned the bazooka team, 2nd squad assistant leader, Sergeant Adam. They're all within awful. Oh, even platoon leader, First Lieutenant Corey, and maybe even the 57mm AT are all in an awful spot. Let's find out. Let's roll for this artillery. Oh, I think they missed. For the second straight turn, the artillery strike does not come in. So I think they can move it up to 12 inches, or just call it off. I was thinking of maybe doing that, since we're gonna know the U.S. forces are here now, anyways. And I don't think these guys are too much of a threat. The Germans have LMG team here on ambush. So once the fight breaks out, that's 1058 Grenadiers LMG from 1st section. Up here on the balcony, we've got 3rd section assistant leader from the 1058th, Sergeant Logan. A lot of firepower over here. So I don't think. Oh, speaking of firepower, I failed to mention. I mentioned where all the units, all the soldiers were positioned in the introduction video, but in this building here, in the center of the 1st floor, there is the 6 Fallschirmjäger 2nd section LMG team that's working their way up onto the roof so they can also provide cover fire this way. So I think we might want to pull that artillery strike. A lot of firepower over here. I think these guys are going to have a hard time making it all the way past to the river lock anyways. So probably we need to switch it so that the 916th Grenadiers defending can call in an artillery strike and try to slow down this bulldozer tank. Because if he clears those obstacles, then that flame tank can get through. It's going to be trouble for the defenses here. But if we can stop that tank from moving the obstacles, then I guess we could have the engineers clear by exploding the beach defenses, but that's going to be really slow compared to a dozer tank. So let's pull that artillery strike. We're going to call it in somewhere else. So in order to switch it, I can call the U.S. and the Germans can have an artillery or airstrike called in every turn. If it doesn't show up just like this, we just move the token 12 inches or go and wreck somebody on Omaha Beach. I even thought about calling it in on these 116th Infantry lead soldiers here, the flamethrower team, bazooka team. These are both from 1st Squad of the 116th, plus 1st Squad leader. Just kind of slow this group down, but I think machine guns will handle that just fine. I think we need to drop that artillery strike on that dozer. Okay, that was the only artillery strike or airstrike. Now it's going to be German dice first, except we're going to have ambush roll-offs. So there's German and U.S. troops, which I went over in the introduction video, that are who's on ambush starting out. So green dice is U.S. and brown dice German. Oh, by the way, the green D6s represent grenades held by each soldier, and the brown D6s represent the dice held by the German soldier. And if they die, the grenades stay with the dead. You can pick them up off the dead and throw them. Okay, here's our roll off for ambushes. Ooh, Germans with the 6, US 5. Germans with the first dice and the initiative with the ambush. So for the Germans, on Omaha Beach, the 916th 2nd Platoon has a sniper on ambush here. And all the snipers for both German and US are NCOs and can pull 1 order dice as a sergeant. In this bunker also we have the 916th Grenadiers 1st Platoon sniper on ambush. But I don't think that either of those are as important as... I think the most critical is right here, actually. I've got the 1058 Grenadiers Platoon Sergeant Robert on ambush. He's within range of the 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd Section Assistant Leader Sergeant Hauser. And we've got another group here from the 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd Section, 2 soldiers with assault rifles and Panzerfaust on ambush. So I think what we're going to do, he's got a 6-inch range. He's definitely in range of the sergeant here, Sergeant Hauser. And, you know, the enemy's right there. So I'm thinking maybe... try to kill that bazooka. That bazooka's one more move forward. That bazooka's going to be causing hell for First Lieutenant Eulander and Sergeant Gerald's half-track. So that's what we're gonna spring the ambush right here. And he's hidden. So I'm thinking maybe we want to keep him hidden. We won't fire with him. Let me think about it. Platoon Sergeant 1058 Grenadiers. Sergeant Robert's going to spring his ambush. He'll get a fire order. Now because the 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd Section Assistant Leader here, Sergeant Hauser, is aware of, he is able to spot the 1st Squad Soldier with the rifle, 2nd Squad Assistant Leader, the SMG, Sergeant Adam, and also he can spot the bazooka soldier. He's within 4 inches. These soldiers are hidden here. So he's going to be able to fire. He can't fire at the 1st Squad Soldier because he'd be shooting through his own man, but they can shoot at the 2nd Squad Assistant Leader. So, actually, to be fair, this guy's not in a good spot. Since advance doesn't affect the assault rifles, we'll go ahead and switch that. From ambush, he's going to advance just forward a couple of, like, to get within close range. Alright, the platoon sergeant has advanced from ambush. Thought about throwing a grenade with him because then his position would actually still be hidden. Maybe that'd be wiser. If I fire 4 shots, it's great on the 2nd Squad Assistant Leader here, but it would, my position would no longer be hidden. But if I throw a grenade, then I remain hidden. A lot of firepower right here. I think I want to stay hidden. The grenade would be 3s, close range 2s. If he goes down, 4s, and then single man 5s. So only 33% chance. If I fire, my position's given away though. And they have better firepower with these medium machine gun and an LMG. We'll throw the grenade. Let me think about it. We've already been spotted anyways because we've got this soldier here with the rifle from 1st Squad within 4 inches. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to gun down the second squad assistant leader here, Sergeant Adam. We're going to be hitting them on threes, close range twos, single man threes, soft cover fours. If he goes down, it'll be sixes. Well, I think he's got to go down. Because fours, he's bound to get hit. All right, he'll go down. All right, Sergeant Adam goes down. He needs sixes to hit. Oh, misses. All right. Now his position is known. Uh-oh. Not good. Luckily, the LMG won't be able to fire through his buddy there, but the MMG's got an angle, I think. Next up, Platoon Sergeant Roberts gonna his first order dice. He gets 2 order dice as Platoon Sergeant. He's gonna give his first order to the 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd Section Assistant Leader Sergeant Hauser in front of him. He's gonna get a fire order. He's got a assault rifle. And he is going to go ahead. I guess we're going to go for the first squad soldier right in front of us. So it'll be a 3-2 for close range. Single man 3. Shooting through the hedge, so soft cover 4. So going same situation. He goes down at sixes. I think we're going to stay up and risk it. See if we can get lucky. So 4s to hit the first squad soldier. He's one of only 4 survivors from first squad. The other 2 are the LMG team here, and then the first squad assistant leader, Sergeant Stephen, in between the 2 machine gunners. All right, needing 4s. Oh, he misses. Oh, not good. Okay, and then with his second order, he's going to order the 6 inches. I don't think he's within 6 inches of these guys, so that's a no-go. All right, well, that's all they're going to get to do. Uh-oh. Moving along. That might turn out to be an important failed assault. Or rather, not really assault, but an attack. Alright, next ambush roll-off. Same situation. Green German, or green US, and brown dice is German. Oh, Germans win the ambush roll-off again. Okay, next up, the Germans here, the 6th Fallschirmjäger 2nd Section, 2 soldiers with assault rifles and Panzerfaust. I think I'm going to go ahead and spring that ambush next, and they have an angle to safely fire on that first squad soldier in the front. We don't want that soldier being able to kill our buddy there, so we're going to give away our position here. We're going to fire order. That's 4 shots, and it will be threes. No long range for that close, but it'd be threes. They're shooting into that hedgerow. Single man 4s, and be hard cover because they're not in the same hedgerow, so it'd be, I think it's 6s. 6s. So this man will not go down. All right, looking for 6s. Oh, all misses. Their position is now known. We need to get some reinforcements over here. Maybe should have left that artillery strike for next turn. They might be broken over here. Next ambush roll off. Germans. No, another soldier who's about to be in a lot of trouble is the 1058 First Squad First Section leader here, Sergeant Michael, because I'm pretty sure that they're within 4 inches of each other. I mean, he'll be able to spot him. He sees out regularly the first MMG team, but I think he can spot him as well. So maybe what we'll do is this next order will go to first... Oh, this is an ambush roll-off, though. So I can't just assign any dice. I can assign a dice for the first dice, though. And since the U.S. force is over here, they do have Jory, Sergeant Jory on ambush. He's an NCO, so he would be able to actually spring his ambush, move forward, and then order this MMG gunner to light up the Sergeant Michael. There is a way that if they win the ambush roll-off, the U.S. on the next ambush roll-off, they could take him out. So I need somebody with a radio who's on ambush that can radio to Sergeant Eulander. What do I have that's on? I got a radio. Let me look around for a minute. Okay, so then the Germans' next ambush roll-off is going to actually go to this 1058 Grenadiers 1st Section LMG team in the corner. They're on ambush, and Sergeant Michael, their section leader, he is within 4 inches. So they have spotted each other. They're aware that there's a U.S. paratroopers there in the hedgerow. So we're going to spring this ambush next and put some fire on this MMG team. Since they're elevated in the hedgerow, they will be able to fire over the top of Sergeant Michael. Okay, 1st Section LMG team is going to get 5 shots. They're going to be hitting on a 3, and then hard cover 5s. And I'm thinking the MMG, that 1st MMG team is not going down. They want blood. They are going to do their best to gun somebody down before they fall back. So it'll be 3s normally, and then hard cover 5s. Let's see what happens. All misses. You know, they have the initiative, and they are doing nothing with it. Nothing but misses. Okay, next ambush roll-off. There we go, U.S. For U.S. ambushes, the options are 116th Infantry here on Omaha Beach, sniper on ambush. It's 1st sniper. There's the 116th Infantry 2nd sniper on ambush. There's 2nd Rangers, 2nd platoon, 2nd squad leader on ambush. There's 2nd Rangers, 2nd platoon sniper on ambush, and 2nd Rangers 1st platoon sniper on ambush. So they are going. None of those are very pressing. So let's head back over to the hedgerows. I think this MMG team's in trouble, and I'd like to at least be able to fire off some rounds. But also, these guys are in trouble. The 2nd squad LMG team with 1st Lieutenant Eulander's Puma trying to kill them. And I do have Sergeant Caleb on ambush, so he could also be. We could act now with him and order these guys to get back on the other side of the hedgerow. So and they'd be pretty safe from there. There's no Germans that can spot them. No Germans in any position that way. So it'll be safe first. 2nd squad LMG team, or do we move Sergeant Jory forward so that he can order with his order dice? He can give order to these guys to open fire and kill the. I think we want to get some blood, so we're going to order Sergeant Jory to advance, and he's going to move over here into. Right now he's being spotted in a 4 anyways on this shot, so it'll be hidden all over again if he. I think he's safe to move. I don't see anyone who can hit him, so let's do that. He's going to spring his ambush, advance in front of Sergeant Travis's M8 scout car, and then he's going to order the 1st MMG team to slaughter the 1058 1st Section leader, Sergeant Michael, and his dog. Sergeant Joy is going to position himself here where he'll be able to see past the bridge, and now he can provide cover against these Germans. But I don't think he's going to fire, because he won't be firing as a sniper because he advanced. So I think he'll just hold his position and open fire next turn. But he is going to order the MMG team, first MMG team, to go ahead and open fire on Sergeant Michael and his dog. I really like Sergeant Jory's new position. He definitely might need to just go ahead and shoot, because he'd be on a 3 movement 4. No, I'll be on 6s. If he waits till next turn, he's hitting them on a 3. We'll wait till he can shoot as a sniper. Alright, let's trust this MMG. 5 shots. Be hitting on 2s. Because it's him and his dog, so he's not a single man. So he'll be hitting on a 2. So obviously he's got to go down to try to survive. Man, I was trying to get him out of there. Wasn't going to happen. He's got to go down. Okay, so now instead of 2s, it'll be 4s. Can he survive? Okay, 2 hits. He's going to get a pin. And he'll be... Oh, he's an NCO. So all German NCOs and officers are veterans for the 916th Grenadiers defending Omaha Beach, for the 100th Panzer, 3 armored vehicles here in the hedgerows in Carrington battlefield, and for all of the NCOs and officers for the 1058 Grenadiers and the 6th Fallschirmjäger. So they only die on 6s, and they're wounded on 5s because they are veterans. Everyone else, all the U.S. forces and all of the privates, are running as regulars. So dying on 5s and 6s, wounded on 4s. So this soldier dies on a 6 and he's wounded on a 5. Wounded twice. Yes, he is dead. Oh, actually, he's got his dog with him. So we'll wound the dog and then kill the dog with the second wound. Killed an innocent dog, you monsters. Okay, and then now he's got to take a morale check. He's going to be testing a 10 and under because he's an NCO section leader. So 10 and under. He passes. He's going to hold his ground. It actually would have been better if he could have retreated. Well, now you've done it. Killed the man's dog. All hell's about to break loose. Sergeant Michael survives. He's actually the NCO who planted the explosive on this bridge and exploded it. And, yeah, detonated it. Okay, next ambush roll-off. And again, Sergeant Jory's not going to fire as a rifleman. He'll be hitting on a 5 or 6 on these guys. Not worth it. He'll just wait, shoot as a sniper this next turn. And that way he'll be hidden most likely. Okay, ambush roll-off. U.S. with their ambush roll-off win. It's going to be Sergeant Caleb, sniper. He's going to receive a fire order. He's going to throw a grenade into the back of Sergeant Gerald's half-track like he did last turn. But first, he's going to order these 2 soldiers, the 2nd Squad LMG team, who is under fire from 1st Lieutenant Eulander. He's going to order them to advance toward Sergeant Gerald's half-track. And then they don't have any pin markers either, so they're going to advance and then open fire right on Sergeant Gerald's gunner prior to Sergeant Caleb throwing the grenade in the back. Okay, Sergeant Caleb has sprung his ambush. He has 2 grenades. He's going to throw one, but first no, you know what? He's going to spring it and advance. Because I definitely don't want him throwing the grenade. No, it'll be okay. Okay, so the LMG team's going to advance to into this up into the, I guess, in between the BAR soldier, and we're going to go after Sergeant Gerald's half-track. We're going to try to destroy this. I've got a chance here with the German infantry that was killed the end of this past turn. Okay, hopefully this works out. So the LMG team, point blank now on the gunner. They have a few pins, I think. Pins there. It looks like it says 2. Not that many. Okay, so it's going to be 3s. movement 4s, close range 3s, hard cover, because he's in the back of that half track, so it's going to be 5s. Nothing they can do besides that. It'll be 3s, movement 4s, close range 3s, hard cover 5s. 4 shots. Looking for 5s. Ooh, we got 1 hit. Excellent. Add 1 more pin marker. Sergeant Gerald's half track's at 3 pins now. And let's see, the gunner, only the driver is the NCO. The gunner is a private, so he can be killed on 5s and 6s and wounded on 4s. The driver can only be killed on a 6, which is Sergeant Gerald. Okay, and let's see what happens. We have a wound. The gunner, the assistant gunner, gets a wound. Let's see how soon he's going to bleed out. 6 turns. Oh, he's got a while. They can patch him up. So that would mean he's bleeding out turn. Would that be? So turn 22. So you'll notice I don't put 22, or the red dice represent the wound, when the wounded soldier's bleeding out. So I don't put 22 there. It'd be so many dice, right? So all that means to me is that once these tabletop CP dice, the orange dice there, once they show 10, then I'll know that that's turn 22. It just helps me keep track with so much going on. Alright, so that was somewhat successful, except their position is now exposed. And then next up, Sergeant Caleb's going to throw his grenade now. He's got 2 left. He's within 6 inches. He threw in last turn, so it's going to be 3s, close range 2s, and then hard cover 4s. So he's going to be looking to land this grenade on a 4. This might be the chance to save these guys who I foolishly... Oh, you know what? Sergeant Gerald's turret's jammed, though, and he has all those pins. And he's acting as a shield in a way for First Lieutenant Eulander not to come and crush him. Okay. And also, we've got, right here, we've got second bazooka team is right here. So they almost have an angle firing this way. Almost. So First Lieutenant Eulander better be careful. And actually, Sergeant Brandon, for 3rd Squad Assistant Leader, he's on ambush. He's an NCO. He can order this bazooka team edge forward and get a shot on the back of First Lieutenant Eulander. But first, let's address this grenade. All right, Sergeant Caleb better land this. It's going to need a 3, close range 2. I don't know. I'm going to measure that. Absolutely. Under 5 inches, actually, to the gunner. So 3s, and then close range 2s, hard cover 4s. Oh, he lands the grenade in the back. Okay, so let's see how many pins he's going to get first. It's going to be D3 pins. I don't run any HE 1 inch. I only grenades and any small. Basically, 2-inch HE is the lowest I run. So D3 pins. 2 more pins. I'll put them up to 5. Okay, then it's going to be +2 penetration. And then it'd be +3 because of the open topped, or hitting the top armor. So it's going to be a +3, and I run these as 8 armor. So +3 against the 8. Oh, we got him. Okay, excellent. We'll be rolling on the damage result table, which will also be a +1. Let's roll for damage. It's going to be full damage, and it'll be a +1 on the damage result table. Let's get Caleb in the picture here. Oh, he's on fire. Looks like the ammunition's starting to explode. So he needs to make a morale check at a -6. But he's an NCO, so he's going to make it a -5. And then he's within range of the first lieutenant, which I believe we'll give him 2 more. Let me check real quick. Yep, 2 more, so it'd be 3. So he's gonna be 10 minus 3, so 7. Ooh, 7 and under. Let's see if he can pull it off and stay in the fight, or if he's gonna explode and kill everyone on board. He passes. Okay, so he passes. They put the fire out. 1, 2, 3. The rear turret, MMG turret, is jammed, or is okay. 4, 5, 6, it's jammed. So both of the MMGs now are jammed. But that's the second turn in a row he got hit, and he needs to go down. But that's the second turn in a row that he got hit with a grenade and survived. All right. And let's see. Sergeant Caleb's still hidden. He threw a grenade. But the second LMG team, second squad LMG team is definitely not hidden. Oh, geez. Let's put Sergeant Gerald down. Well, with 6 pins, Sergeant Gerald's still in the fight. Sergeant Caleb's down to 1 grenade. Still, though, landed 2 grenades 2 turns in a row. And we still haven't made it to the first order dice of 0800 hours, turn 16. And we will not tonight, because I'm going to wrap it up for the night. Still got some chores to do. So, next time, we will continue with ambush roll-offs. Actually, let's go ahead and just roll it off now. I'll set a d6 to represent next to the first true dice of this turn. I'll set one of these dice here, either a German or US dice, to show us who is ambushed. Who's ambushed it is next. Germans. Germans still have the initiative for this turn, clearly. Although they didn't do much with it, with all those missed shots on their right flank. But then, here, survived. Grenade blowing up in the back, so. Alright, I'm going to have to wrap it up for the night, but next time, German ambush. And some more ambush roll-offs. Until we get through all the German and US ambushes that make sense in the current situation. And then we'll get to that first German order dice. Didn't even get over here yet. A lot going on over here. Definitely, anyone who's interested, recommend watching the introduction video so you'll know casualties, objectives. It takes me like 30 minutes or so just to explain the total situation on the battlefield. So that's why I have to do the introduction video, because I can't talk about it every time. We'll never get to any blood and guts. Be a lot of blood and guts coming up over here. The 116th Infantry's got a lot of pin markers, but they are moving up steadily. The Rangers haven't taken but 2 wounded soldiers this fight, so they've been pretty lucky. All right. Catch you next time.